Cinematic.
It's cinematic.
It's cinematic.
It's cinematic.
Cinematic.
Welcome to Cinematic with Jay Lewis.
Cinematic.
Cinematic.
On Black Country Extra.
Oh, that's the way to start a show, isn't it? That's The Dark End of the Street by Percy Sledge, used in a fabulous scene in the best film that I've seen since we last spoke, a film called Weapons, and I can guarantee you that when we finally make it to the Christmas show, the end of year show, Weapons will be quite high up on this list. Anyway, hello, it's the September edition of Cinematic. It's the place where for the next hour I'll guide you through one of my current cinematic concerns with the assistance of super producer Linda.
Hello.
And when I put the word debonair into my phone now, the automatic word that comes up is Barry.
Hello.
See what I mean? There you go. Anyway, at Cinematic, and let's do it as we rehearsed it, we explore the classic,
The cult.
The curious.
and the contemporary world of cinema. Do you know what? I'm thinking of getting that onto some merch quite soon.
Oh, definitely.
Definitely. Cinematic merch. Right. If you've been outdoors recently, you'll have seen some very large adverts for a Disney Plus series called Alien Earth. It's the latest instalment in the series that started way back in 1979. Or maybe you've been to the cinema and you've seen Freakier Friday, Bad Guys 2. Friend of mine, hi Katie, she actually saw that with young Eric a few weeks ago and thoroughly loved it. Maybe you've seen the great Bob Odenkirk in Nobody 2. Or maybe, like Linda, Barry and myself, you are anticipating the rockumentary Spinal Tap 2.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
I've waited a long time for this.
Or maybe just maybe you have watched that trailer for the second instalment of 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, over and over again. The silence in the office says that maybe that was just me. Maybe it was just me. Anyway, let's talk sequels.
Right.
Yes, thank you, Barry. With a little soupçon of prequels. Our favourites, our least favourites. We'll be focusing our spotlight on that alien thing. Actors who claim they would never sully themselves by doing sequels. And a forthcoming documentary about the most mocked sequel of all time. Oh, expecting a forthcoming documentary about the most mocked sequel of all time.
Ooh.
Yes, but first, Linda.
Yes.
Let's crank this volume up to number 11, shall we? So, from the soundtrack to the 1984 film, this is Spinal Tap. That's Cups and Cakes, a reminder of a time before they became Britain's loudest band, back when they were still full of 60s psychedelic whimsy. Okay, in a few days' time, maybe even by the time you actually get around to listening to this, Spinal Tap 2, The End Continues, will have landed.
Woo!
Now, maybe it's me, but my social media has been swamped by Spinal Tap 2 promo stuff. Films, albums, books, T-shirts, mugs.
That's your social media, not mine, dear.
Right, okay. You haven't had to think about the limited edition promotional bottled water then, have you?
No.
No. Anyway, it is 40 years since the celebrated filmmaker Marty DeBurgi, actually Rob Reiner, brought us the infamous documentary, if you will, rockumentary. Can we join in on that one? Can we go on the infamous documentary, if you will,
Rockumentary,
about the legendary British rock band Spinal Tap? The film followed how the band arrived in America to launch their album Smell the Glove.
I just think that's brilliant.
Play some gigs, and obviously, as you know, in the film, everything starts to fall apart. At the core of the band, in both the films, Derek Smalls, played by Harry Shearer, Nigel Tufnell, played by Christopher Guest, and David St. Hubbins, played by Michael McKean. Harry Shearer, you will know,
yes,
is the voice of Mr. Burns, Ned Flanders, Principal Skinner, and many others in The Simpsons. Shearer and Christopher Guest started their comedic careers, as nearly everyone in America does, on Saturday Night Live in the mid-70s.
And do you know who Christopher Guest is now?
I only found this out about a week or so back when she was doing the Criterion Club. My my internet feed when she was doing the Criterion Closet and just talked about her husband so much.
Yeah,
Yes.
I only found out who his wife was when she turned up in the House of Lords with him
Right. Okay.
because Mr. Guest is a baronet.
Is he? Oh, right. Okay. By the way, we're talking about Jamie Lee Curtis, just in
Yes.
case anybody else is a bit confused by that. Anyway, so Shearer and MacLean first appeared together in the mid-70s in the comedy music group with The Credibility Gap. Michael McKean was also in Laverne and Shirley.
Was he?
Yes, he was. Yes.
That must have blinked and missed him, you know.
Oh, he was. I think there was a couple of gormless guys, and I'm sure I'll be corrected by Laverne and Shirley aficionados. There were a couple of gormless guys that were always trying to impress Laverne and Shirley, and he was one of them. Anyway, in the late 1970s, Rob Reiner made a TV show that spoofed a lot of entertainment, including a late-night rock program that starred England's loudest band, Spinal Tap were born.
Yeah.
And so, having created them, what do you then do? So, since 1984, get this, Rob Reiner has gone on to direct When Harry Met Sally,
Oh.
A Few Good Men.
Yes, I can say a lot about that film.
Yes. Join us for a special episode where Linda will talk about A Few Good Men.
Yes, I will recite the entire script for you.
Yes.
Because you've got it in memory,
I
haven't
have.
you, dear?
Misery, Stand By Me, and The Princess Bride. For me, I still think This Is Spinal Tap is the most quotable film ever.
Yes.
And the dialogue was all improvised.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't scripted. So this goes up to 11. What's wrong with being sexy? And the great dozens of people spontaneously combust every year. Not scripted, all improvised. Since then, the three main actors have all worked together, not just as Spinal Tap, but as the hysterically folksy A Mighty Wind. Did you see that film?
I'm still looking forward to it.
Are you looking forward to A Mighty Wind, Barry? Christopher Guest was also the brains behind the film's Best in Show. For your consideration and waiting for Guffman. Michael McKean, well, in 2015, I had to do a double take when I saw this. He was cast as Chuck, the brother of Saul Goodman, in the exceptional Better Call Saul.
Oh. He's another one. I've blinked and missed him.
Oh, God, he was a major character. Now, I'm going to ask, Breaking Bad or Better Call Saul?
Neither really, because I weren't a fan of either of them. But I would go for Breaking Bad.
I'm sticking by the cooler.
Because Better Call Saul was the prequel to Breaking Bad.
It was a prequel with a bit of sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah. I much prefer Better Call Saul. Yes. There you go. I've put it out there. Please. Cinematic with J. Lewis on Facebook. If you want to agree, disagree, or whatever you want to do, please do communicate. So, when I heard that there was a sequel to This Is Spinal Tap, my only apprehension was, will this still work? You see, in the early 1980s, I could see, as I was like one of those people that watched late night rock documentaries, you know, many a whistle test was watched. Yes. I could see what they were referring to. I could see what they were joking. I could see that they were taking the mickey out of the Led Zeppelin film, The Song Remains the Same, and stuff like that. And I wondered, in a world now, 40 odd years later, where we are awash with so much music and so many genres of music, a spoof documentary about a trio of daft and out of touch and aging rock stars, will that still be funny?
Yes, it would, because you've got an awful lot of people that remember the original Spinal Tap.
Yes,
Right, okay.
indeed.
So it's like it is sort of playing to a sort of gallery.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I mean, and obviously, because what it did in 1984, that sort of fly-on-the-wall documentary sort of vibe, and they have said in promo for it now that without that, you wouldn't have had The Office, you wouldn't have had Parks and Rec.
Yep.
And so you kind of know 40 years on, you know that format. So, you know, it's not going to have that same spark. I'm going to go in with an open mind.
Yes.
That said, it's wonderful to see that Spinal Tap have got a few famous friends in the film. Paul McCartney, Elton John.
I've heard of him. Paul McCartney, wasn't he in a band called the... Oh, I forget now.
Yes, he was, yes. Both Paul McCartney and Elton John are on the soundtrack, and if you go over to your favourite video service, you can see the video of Elton John performing Stonehenge. And when the film comes out, you'll also be able to hear McCartney duet with the band on Cups and Cakes.
That's one for you. That's one for YouTube.
Look, some critics have sounded a bit cautious about the need for a sequel, as if it's going to ruin some legacy. But look, it's not like they're jumping on a bandwagon. If you consider that, like, Top Gun Maverick appeared a mere 36 years after the original. Blade Runner 2049, just 35 years after the original.
And it was awful.
Now, that's a separate show that we're having,
But
Linda.
yes.
That's a separate show. It's over 40 years since Spinal Tap. So it's not as if, like, they're leaping on about... It's not Speed 2, Highlander 2, Batman and Robin, Jaws 3, Highlander 3, Omen 2, Omen 3, or Jaws 4, of which more later, and countless other bad horror sequels. It is not leaping onto a bandwagon. Anyway, next month, there will be a full review of The End Continues in cinematic. Right, next up, Linda.
Yes.
There is a clue to the next section, which is all about sequels and prequels and spin-offs.
Ooh.
Okay, here is a fabulous song by John Grant. That's Sigourney Weaver by the great John Grant from his first solo album, Queen of Denmark, his best. And so we're going to be talking about a series of films which Sigourney Weaver was quite heavily involved in. Whilst I was putting this whole thing together, the Alien saga raised its rather oddly shaped head again. But not as a film, but as a TV series on Disney FX.
Don't you look at me in that tone of voice.
Now, Linda's looking at me as if, like, she wants to... Do you want to watch the Disney FX thing or not?
No.
Ooh.
No.
We're just about to cut 20 minutes from the show, readers. A well-scripted piece of 20 minutes of radio is about to go.
I'll tell you what really got me, because this was on...
Go on.
I'm going to say it.
Go on.
What really upset me the most was Tom Cruise. Now, I like a bit of Tom.
Tom Cruise.
I do like a bit of Tom. Now,
Okay.
when he did his version, and I will say loosely his version of War of the Worlds.
Right. I did watch that on an aeroplane coming back from Australia. It's not great.
I was really looking forward to this film,
Yes.
his version of War of the Worlds. And because I was so bitterly disappointed in the script writing and the acting and everything else you could possibly think of, any alien film or show has been horrible.
And that's why I'm here. That's part of the community. It's like, did he used to be a bad stand-up comedian? He might have been. And how I managed to link something from the audience and bring it back to the script that I had so neatly written, that these are words that, hey, you might just want to reconsider your attitude towards aliens.
Yes.
Anyway,
Can I
go on.
Can I just say, it wasn't as bad as when Bambi got shot.
Don't you mean Bambi's mum?
Same thing.
Okay, you've never got over that, have you?
No.
Yeah.
Still wake up screaming.
Yeah. Some things in films you never get out of. You never get over. Right. Anyway, that was Sigourney Weaver by the great John Grant, and we're talking about the Alien saga, including the new Disney FX show Alien Earth. As a fan of Alien,
You know, I liked Alien.
like what I am, it has been the bumpiest of rides. So many missteps, so many false dawns. I almost feel that Star Wars fans have had it easy by comparison.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you're new to the whole Alien series, here's a quick and rather biased recap. 1979, the first Alien film, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, Ian Holm as the synthetic Ash.
Lovely vest, can I just say?
Yes.
As I said to a friend the other day, for this to go off script, there has to be a script.
Yes.
Yes. And the poor unfortunate John Hurt, Harry Dean Stanton, and all directed by Ridley Scott. It's a classic, an original sci-fi horror. It feels like it's totally unlike other sci-fis. It's got an ordinariness to it. Remember the other month we were talking about Dark Star?
Yes.
It's got that level of, they're in outer space, but they're really quite bored.
Yeah. And
Yes.
it wasn't until you had that scene in the middle.
Yes.
When everybody's sitting around, because we were all
Yes.
sitting there thinking, well,
Yes.
what's going to happen? And
Family
then,
show, yes.
And then it happens.
And then it
you're like,
happens.
oh, God.
So then, there is a decent gap between Alien and the first sequel, Aliens, in 1986. James Cameron decided to kind of make it as a war film in space. He just made the first Terminator film.
Well, yeah.
Yes. Empire magazine just called Aliens the perfect sequel. And what I like about it is it doesn't try to redo the quiet terror of the first film. So it just makes it into an action film. And it's soldiers versus aliens and Sigourney Weaver, a leading female, got an Oscar nomination for it. And you think, well, that's good. Aliens. Let's leave on a high note, shall we? Let's leave the series there. Not ruin it by having an underwhelming third instalment. I'm glad I put that pause in there. Yes.
Can I just say?
No. Yes, I'm about to talk about Alien 3, but go on, Baz.
At the start of the programme, when I
Yes.
said the curious, did I say that properly? I mean, I could try doing it a different way.
No. It's fine. It's fine.
Alien 3 is very curious.
Alien 3 is very curious. So, Barry, have you seen Alien 3, mate?
No. I spent 4 years at RADA, and I'm reduced to this.
There's actually... Now, listen very carefully. You might have seen this.
Yes.
There's actually a scene from Alien 3 in a Wallace and Gromit film.
You're joking.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
No.
Anyway, Alien 3, released in 1992, the first ever big screen outing for a music video maker called David Fincher, who was dragged into the Troubled Project and would later go on to say, a lot of people hated Alien 3, but no one hated it more than I did.
Oh, boy, I couldn't beat him on that.
But one of my favourite film critics, the late, great Roger Ebert, called it the best-looking bad movie I've ever seen. And I kind of... I kind of like its dourness. It's the cast in it, alongside Weaver, is Charles Dance.
Which, to be fair, you can't get any better than Charles Dance.
They have a good rapport, does Ripley and Charles Dance. Pete Postlethwaite's in it, Phil Davis, Paul McGann is in it. I kind of liked bits of it. Like there's a good film trying to burst out of the chest walls of a bad film.
A tenuous link there.
A tenuous link. And having seen Alien 3, really, was I the only person to cheer when the horridly miscast Brian Glover got killed?
Well, I like Brian Glover.
But he were not right in that film.
He
were
were
not
not.
right in that film.
He were not, no. He were not, no.
Can I just say, anyone from Yorkshire that wants to write in or do a decent Brian Glover impression, Cinematic with J. Lewis on Facebook. Anyway. And then, having made the disappointing Alien 3, you know when you've got a band and they've made a terrible album and you think, well, are they going to split up now? Or are they going to try and make something better? And then they make something even worse.
Yes.
1997, Alien Resurrection, a credible French film director, given a film with an awful, risible plot, and why on earth is Winona Ryder in it? Anyway, then you think, okay, that's it. And then there's the Alien versus Predator series, which we are going to ignore. And then in 2012, Prometheus. We're in prequel land now. Ridley Scott's back and big cast. Noomi Rapace, Michael Fassbender, Guy Pearce, Idris Elba. Michael Fassbender as the synthetic David is brilliant. It's not a film that many people go back to. But if you're a bit of an Alien fan, give it another chance. Then, Alien Covenant. Right, okay. This could go very strangely in the studio. It's like it's an Alien greatest hits film. You've got chestbursters, you've got facehuggers, but at the main thing in Alien Covenant is what's known as the flute scene.
Yes.
Yes, you've got the synthetic David, played by Michael Fassbender, and the synthetic Walter, played by Michael Fassbender, and they're having a music lesson. If Barry had hysterics over Gabriel's oboe last month...
Can we leave my private life out of this?
Well, look, it is the only thing that people remember from Alien Covenant.
Gabriel's oboe's got nothing on this.
It's got nothing. It's not nothing. I can't even repeat it out of context.
My goodness me.
Because off Carl would be on the phone.
Yes, my goodness me, Gabriel.
Anyway, Alien Romulus. Worst ever CGI ever, particularly the bit where there's the dead Ian home is CGI'd back to life as a broken synthetic. It's awful. By the end of it, I was on the side of the alien.
I think everybody wants to be quite honest with you.
I thought that was quite a good line. By the end of it, I was on the side of the alien.
Yes.
Thank you. It's just like Chris Evans' show here. I just pay you to laugh.
We're actually agreeing with you on this. There is nothing more to say.
So my patience was at an all-time low when I heard that it was of the Alien Earth TV series. But, and I know we don't talk about TV on this show. We just talk about cinema. But the good news is I'm making an exception because Alien Earth is fantastic.
Oh.
It's been created by the chap Noah Hawley, who had been planning this for over a decade. He's the guy that managed to take Fargo from the big screen to the small screen. And I thought that was brilliant. And it is set just slightly before the first Alien film. And it doesn't have any real links to the Alien series other than the fact that the vibe on board the spaceship at the start of the first episode is pretty much like the vibe on the spaceship at the start of the first Alien film. And that's where the comparisons end. The ship has been out exploring the far reaches of space, and there's a lab full of extraterrestrial specimens. What could possibly go wrong? It crashes to Earth, and of course we've got the familiar xenomorph, but because you're a bit bored with the xenomorph on its own, there's lots of other, frankly, unnerving creatures making their way around the ship. Let's just say the incident with the cat in episode 2 will stay with me for a very, very, very long time. There are 8 episodes, 5 of which have dropped in the UK. The 5th episode, In Space No One, which is obviously a callback to Alien, shows what happens just after the ship crashes and the aliens escape. It's spooky. It really is. On Earth, everything is run by 5 large corporations. You've got people who are like part human, part synthetic, part hybrids. It's a bit Blade Runner-ish, to be frank. The most wonderful of these characters is a hybrid called Wendy, played by Sydney Chandler. I wonder where I recognised her from. Did you see a Danny Boyle series called Pistol?
No, I didn't.
No, I didn't. No.
It's okay, but the best thing in it is the character is Sydney Chandler playing Chrissy Hind, because she used to work in the shop that Steve Jones worked in.
Yeah.
And she's fabulous in that. On Earth, in Alien Earth, is her brother played by Alex Lawver, who was always kind of looks really petrified in everything he does. He was in a series which I'm going to call The End of the Expletive Deletive World.
I'm try saying that again.
The end of the expletive deletive world.
Well done.
He was also in a wonderful episode of Black Mirror where he managed to just look panicked the whole time. And the general consensus is it's the best Alien thing since 1986. So take your War of the Worlds PTSD away.
Yes.
And come and join us. And the best thing, well, two of the best things. One, Sigourney Weaver has said she's a fan and she finds it quite profound.
What, the programme? This programme?
This programme, yes.
Yeah,
yes,
okay.
yes, that's good. And get this, you have to do a double take. In a very serious role, quite menacing in episode 4, Aid Edmondson.
Ooh, I might have to watch it for that.
Yes.
You can see what quite a chillingly good actor he can be. Okay, a quick jingle, a bit of a pause, and then some more thoughts on sequels.
Cinematic.
It's cinematic.
It's cinematic.
It's cinematic.
Cinematic.
So they opened their big mouths, and out came talk. Talk, talk.
Oh, I love Sunset Boulevard, don't you?
Oh, yes.
Oh, it's a stone cold classic. Right. Sequels.
In fact,
Go on.
I could quite happily do my little bit of Gloria
Go on.
Swanson, but no.
Go on, do it.
No,
Come on.
Go on.
What was it? Oh, God.
See, you
I've
build
forgot
it
now.
up.
I built it up now and I've forgot it, haven't I? Come back to me.
She'll come back to it at the end of the show.
Come back to me.
Okay. So, having heard your trauma over War of the Worlds.
Yes.
I too have an awkward relationship with film sequels, and it can be summed up by the following two quotes. In the blue corner, Mr. Leonardo DiCaprio.
Oh, this is going to be a good riff-off. Go on.
In the red corner, Mr. Michael Caine.
Ooh, no.
So first up, there's the great Leo. He described the world of sequels as a franchise treadmill and noted that every movie I've done, every movie I've been in, it's been a piece of individual art.
Ooh,
So I admire him because he does try to, he tries to do interesting work. Look, he's done work with Scorsese on a number of occasions. He's done Chris Nolan, Baz Luhrmann, Spielberg, Tarantino. And that's how I feel mostly about films. They should be a work of art on their own. No need to keep reheating the greatest hits for a quick cash in. And a lot of his films have been done with Scorsese. Scorsese has never done a sequel. There's never been Further Adventures of a Taxi Driver.
No.
And then, in the other corner, is Michael Caine, who famously said about his role in Jaws 4: The Revenge.
Yes.
Yes, I've never seen it, but by all accounts it was terrible. However, I have seen the house that it built, and it's terrific.
Ooh.
Now, I mean, there's the unvarnished truth, and then there's that. And, get this, Caine was so busy filming Jaws 4 in the Bahamas. Let me just say that again. In the Bahamas.
Oh, yes.
Not Jaws 4 in Weston-super-Mare or Skegness, but in the Bahamas. He was so busy for filming Jaws 4 there that he famously didn't go to Hollywood to attend the Oscars to pick up his gong for the Best Supporting Actor in Woody Allen's Hannah and Her Sisters.
Well.
And this particular Oscar seemed to be one of those, we're sorry that we missed out on you on all your really good films. Here's a Please Don't Die Before We Give It You. Have you seen Hannah and Her Sisters?
I've saw the bits that Michael Caine were in, and
He's like teak.
he's awful.
He's just so wooden.
Especially when he did Charlie Brown as his last full movie. And when not Charlie Brown, Ali Brown.
Right.
And if you've seen Ali Brown, that was one of his best movies ever, and that was right at the end of his career. He's had a very fantastic career, but that film, Hannah and Her Sisters, travesty.
He's Michael Caine playing Michael Caine.
Yeah, it's
playing
just
Michael
travesty.
Caine. It's just so wooden. Anyway, whilst I'm in the mood for mocking Woody Allen films,
Oh, can I interrupt?
Go on. Talk
know,
to me about Woody Allen films.
No, when we were playing that last record, Sigourney Weaver phoned and she said she'll be down next week and she's going to bring the club money as well.
She's going to bring the club money.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Next week.
All the takings. That's good. Glad to hear that. Right, here's one of those leaps, Linda, that I sometimes make in this show. Okay. One of my favourite songwriters, the legendary Randy Newman, once said, "No one ever talks in real life like the characters do in Woody Allen films." I had a sort of, as this is radio, I just had, Linda, could you put that last non-verbal thing into a verbal, please?
Yeah.
I think it's time for some Randy Newman. A solo rendition of a tune from a really strong contender for the sequel that was better than the first instalment, namely Toy Story 2. Linda?
No.
No,
I'm not a fan of Toy Story.
All right. How about The Black Knight being better than Batman Begins?
No.
I'm onto a loser here, aren't I?
Yeah.
Terminator 2.
Oh, yes, now you're talking.
Oh, right, there we
Oh,
go.
yes.
Yes. Anyway, there we go. There is a very famous number 2 coming up, so don't shout at your radio. That very famous number 2 is coming. I expected some childish laughter from Barry then, but I didn't get it. Never mind.
I'm still trying to work out whether I said curious the right way on the first page of the script.
Right, okay. We'll get onto that in a bit, right, okay. Right. Sequels better than the original. Linda.
Yes.
I'm going to be a bit niche here.
Oh, niche away.
Niche away. Are you aware of the Before trilogy?
No, I'm not.
Right.
Can you expand?
I will expand. Before Sunrise, Before Sunset, Before Midnight.
Right.
They're directed by a guy called Richard Linklater, famous for the film School of Rock.
Yes.
Yes. And The Brilliant Boyhood, which is about a child and was filmed over 12 years.
Okay.
An amazing film. Anyway, 1995, he directs a film called Before Sunrise.
Okay.
2 good-looking young people played by Julie Delpy as Celine and Ethan Hawke as Jesse. They meet on a train going across Europe. They get chatting, they feel a spark. They throw caution to the wind. They get off and they just wander around Vienna for the rest of the day and into the night. And then they go their separate ways. They say they're going to meet up in 6 months' time.
Do they?
Da.
Da.
It's an utterly beautiful and romantic film. Vienna plays such a major part in it. It is glorious. And
Yes.
I'm surprised, beautiful people meeting on a train, that Barry hasn't mentioned Brief Encounter yet.
Well, I don't like to bang on about probably the greatest film that was ever made.
Before Sunset in 2004, meanwhile. Before Sunset in 2004, it's the second film in the trilogy. It's in Paris. It's 9 years later. The 2 characters meet. I'm not going to be spoiler-tastic and tell you how they end up meeting again. They wander around Paris before sunset, talking love and life and philosophy and death, and it's very, very chatty. But then, Kleenex at the ready, we get the third part of the trilogy. This is a film that broke me, Linda.
Oh, dear.
It had me in tears.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. Here he is again.
Yes.
Getting all emotional. Before Midnight, it's another 9 years. Jesse and Celine are on holiday in Greece.
Right.
I don't want to give away too many spoilers, but when discussing the trilogy, Ethan Hawke said, the first film is about what could be. The second is about what should have been. And the third is about what is.
Ooh.
I recently watched it and I can't shake it. I'd agree. Before Sunrise is a perfect film to watch with a loved one. Kind of sweet, but by the time you get to Before Midnight, don't watch that with your partner. Don't. Definitely not a date movie. They're all available on Amazon Prime. So, about that other number 2 I was talking about, you cannot have a programme about sequels and not mention The Godfather.
That's very true.
Now, I'm not an authority on The Godfather. I think I've only seen it about half a dozen times, so I'm not going to go that too much into depth into it. Brief background: Godfather, 1972. Godfather Part 2, 1974, loosely based on Mario Puzo's best-selling crime novel, fictional crime family. Directed by Francis Ford Coppola.
He said it right, ladies and gentlemen.
Can I just say, when we were rehearsing this, I said Francis Ford Coppola in such a way it would have had me banned from the airwaves.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, you would not have believed the look I gave Jay.
Francis Ford Coppola.
Yes.
Starring Marlon Brando, Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, Diane Keaton, Robert Duvall, James Caan. Coppola said about the sequel that he was the first person to put a number 2 into a film title. Oh, come on, make your own jokes. Come on.
Yes, well, it's a family show.
And if you've seen Megaflopolis, you'll know that it's a wash with number 2s.
Yes.
Yes. Last month on BBC 4, there was a documentary about the trilogy, and then there was a screening of parts 1 and 2. We'll talk about part 3 in a moment. Go there if you want an expertise, in-depth analysis. They are still on the iPlayer, and there's some great in-depth discussion on those 2 films. What I would say after watching both of those films, that first film is note for note perfect.
Yes, it is.
Not just great acting, a fabulous screenplay, beautiful sets, great soundtrack, wonderful lighting. Everything is perfect. It's so hard to find any fault in it.
Yes.
When you re-watch it, you get the feeling that everyone involved in it was on the same page. They all believed in that project.
Yeah.
No one is doing it for the paycheck.
Yeah.
So, on to part 2. Some will tell you at length, and I mean at length, that part 2 is better. It's more of an epic film. It's over 3 hours. It's like Brutalist length. It's like 3 hours, 20 minutes. I got a bit befuddled by the prequel, sequel, flash forward, coming back, going for... Yes, Linda's not looking at me and nodding at me.
I know exactly what you're saying.
Yes.
Sorry, listener, I was doing producer duties.
She's doing producer duty. How she manages to be my great co-host and produce this show at the same time. Multitasking, ladies and gentlemen.
And she makes the coffee, and she does the toast.
Where's the coffee and the toast? No one's told me about the coffee and the toast.
Well,
anyway...
Yeah.
There's a lot of flipping to and fro, Robert De Niro talking Sicilian. It was a bit of a strain. To me, The Godfather Part 2, it's not perfect to me. But that's just my opinion. I'm not an expert. J. Lewis at Cinematic on Facebook. Join the discussion. What we can all agree on, though, Part 3 is a complete mess.
Yes, it is.
In that documentary that's now on iPlayer, Coppola... Francis Ford Coppola, in fact, admitted that he only did it because he needed the money. And when he spoke to Al Pacino, he also needed the money as well. And doing something primarily for cash, it's never good, is it?
Well, I don't know. It depends what you're doing.
I'm talking about acting and directing.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus the fact that Sofia Coppola, brilliant film director that she is Michael Caine-like plank wooden in that film. I didn't hate it with a passion like some have, but I just felt utterly underwhelmed by the whole unnecessariness of it.
Yeah.
Should we talk about turkeys?
Yes, please.
Let's talk turkeys. Right, okay. There is a documentary that has just premiered at the Venice Film Festival. Where was my tickets for the Venice Film Festival, Lynn?
They got lost in the post. I did sign for them, but the day's
Right.
eternal.
Okay. If I see anyone's Instagram with nice pictures of Venice, I'll know. Right. Anyway, there's a documentary that was just premiered at the Venice Film Festival, so it should make it to Britain in the not too distant future. The documentary is called Borman and the Devil, and it's about one of the most mocked film sequels of all time. I can't wait to see this documentary. Do you know what film we're talking about?
It's
The Heretic. Exorcist 2, The Heretic. Right, okay. So when that film came out in 1977, let me read you some of the press that film got at the time. It evokes not terror, but laughter. Mm-hmm. This movie is for morons. It is a total cheesy rip-off that makes not 1 minute of coherent sense.
That's about right.
And the stupidest major movie ever made.
Yes.
It's important to point out that neither the writer, William Peter Blatty, and the director, William Friedkin, of the first Exorcist film were involved anywhere in the sequel. It was given over to John Boorman, who was still riding the success of Deliverance.
Ding, 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 ding,
Yes.
ding, ding.
The Exorcist, released in 1973, broke box office records, one of the most significant films of all time. I watched The Exorcist 2 recently to see if it was as bad as some people say it is.
Yes, it is.
I didn't hate it with every fibre of my being.
Yeah.
There are some films which I feel a deep hate, and I was just like, this is silly.
Yeah,
this is really silly.
The Exorcist 3 kind of redeemed it.
It does. I was going to, if I had the time, I would go into a bit of depth on Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
First off, in Exorcist 2, I never thought that, as a former hypnotherapist, I never thought I would laugh at the portrayal of hypnotherapy, the way they get young Regan and have the flimsy biofeedback synchronizer machine that lets her revisit all those bad old memories. I mean, what's wrong with the pocket watch?
Yes.
The once so great Richard Burton is the troubled priest Father Lamont. One biographer of Burton said, from the mid-1970s onwards, Burton began to work in mediocre films which hurt his career. This was partly due to Burton's extravagant spending and his increasing addiction to alcohol.
Yes.
I just rest my case. The
Yes.
brilliant Richard Burton. And then we go to Africa in Exorcist 2. Not the well-filmed locations you'd expect, but something that looks more like a sort of BBC, sort of cheesy midweek drama.
Yes.
It's not good. Apparently, Boorman did the film as a riposte to Friedkin's original. He wasn't a great fan. Neither was Max von Sydow. The maker of Boorman and the Devil, David Kittredge, reminds us of some of the madness in the production of The Heretic. Most of the cast got sick. Boorman had to take time off. He was so unwell. One actor died. And get this, Linda Blair almost fell off the top of a skyscraper.
Oh, my Lord. Yeah.
And then there's The Locusts. Just find it and watch it for The Locusts. Strangely, Boorman would then go on to kind of redeem his career with The Emerald Forest and Hope and Glory. But I can't wait to see this documentary. I really cannot. Right, bit of music. Remember earlier we were in Vienna?
Yes.
With the Beautiful Before Sunrise. I had the choice of one of two records. I could either have gone for Vic Reeves' interpretation of the Ultravox hit, Silent. I expected more. Find it on YouTube. No. Vic Reeves doing Vienna. Or another great film filmed in Vienna. Let's end the show with the Third Man theme.
Epilogue. It's cinematic.
Epilogue. Cinematic.
Epilogue.
It's cinematic.
Epilogue.
Hey, Linda. Next month, it's because of Halloween, it's our top 3 favourite horror films.
Ooh.
And guess what?
What?
We're a podcast now.
Are we?
Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all the others. So we're there for eternity.
Wow.
See you next month, guys.
Live from the Black Country, online, on your mobile.